G'day gamers, Gob here. Welcome back to Gob's Quickies, and I'm here today to show you a very simple iron farm that you can use in 1.20, and it works in versions lower than that. It's down to 1.17 I know of, definitely. And it doesn't need a zombie, no. So it is something that you can build if you're a scaredy cat or you're in a skyblock world or something like that, and it's a bit hard to get bits and bods. So let's get to it. But if you're not already subscribed, chuck me a sub. I really would love it. Right, let's go. Now, first things first, we need to know a little bit about golem spawning mechanics. Now, a golem will spawn on a spawnable block that is anywhere up to 8 to either side of the village center, 5 above, or 6 below. So anywhere within that box, if we drew a box all around this entire area, a golem could spawn from. And that's from that center point just there. Now, I like to extrapolate the 8 and 5 and 6 from the outside edges of our village area, i.e. the building. And so you basically got to have a non-spawnable block, and that could be putting buttons down, slabs, it could be glass, it could be suspended in the air so there's no spawnable blocks around. But I'd like to use path blocks or farmland because they're not spawnable either, so you can make use of that. You just got to make sure there's no caves underneath where the golem could spawn. And we've got here 5 villagers in their little home, forever home. And this works on the village gossiping mechanic that will force a golem to spawn. And there's one there, he's stuck. Force a golem to spawn just because it's a village. And come on down and create our lovely little bits of iron. And when you start this one up, you just need them to have a bed, so that they can be happy. They don't need a workstation. And there just needs to be enough of them that they can do the gossiping and force a golem to spawn to protect their little village. And when that golem is burnt alive, they'll go, we need another golem, and they'll create another one. Not as quick as the zombie farm type one, but it works. And, you know, if you're playing by yourself in your own little survival world, it will produce more iron than you possibly will need. So let's see how we build it. And to build this, we are going to need 5 beds. We're going to need 9 panes of glass, and I'm not going to have it decorated like that one over there. You need about half a stack of slabs, whatever type you like, just don't use wood. You need about a stack and a half of construction block, again, don't use wood. Some stairs, about half a stack, again, don't use wood. You got it? Don't use wood. Got lava. Lava makes wood go burny, unless you want to use one of the nether types of wood, you could use that. We want a light source of some form, and I want it as a block that you can incorporate into the build. So could be a shroom light, could be glowstone, could be a frog light, jack-o'-lantern, whatever. You need a barrel, 7 hoppers, 12 signs, a bucket of lava, some water, and you're going to need 5 villagers. And to make this build, we're going to want a square which is 21 wide and 22 deep. Okay, so that area there is the area that is going to be spawnable from the center of our village, i.e. our building. Okay, so everything within that square has to be non-spawnable. Okay, to work out where our building is going, we need to go in 9 from each side, so 9 from this side, 9 from that side, and where they intersect, that becomes the corner of our building. And our building is going to be a 6 by 6 box. Got that? Right, so what we need to do now is we need to convert everything outside this box to farmland. I'll do that and I'll be back. Actually, I meant path blocks. You could use farmland if you want, but you're going to have to saturate it. I'm going to use path blocks.
Moments later.
And there we go. We've now got our area cleared, and it is now non-spawnable. What we're going to do now that we've filled in our foundation. Just want to put down the light source, just like that. Go around the boundary to make the startings of the wall of the build. And then we can put down the beds. Now, it is important to put down the beds in a way that the villagers can get in and out of the beds without getting stuck. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand in one corner here, and I want you to put down one bed like that. Okay? Come around the other side, and put another bed so they're feet to feet. Okay, while we're standing here on this bed end, I want to put a bed down so it's going into that corner, like that. And what I want to do now is we'll go around to this side, and going into this one, we'll put a bed so they're head to head. And then here, we'll put one bed down so it's facing towards that bed. And you should have something that looks like that. Okay, now that we've got that, we can go and get our glass. And what we want to do is we just want to give our villagers just a little bit of a windows so they've got a little bit of light coming in. You know, because we still do care about these guys, and we want to give them the best possible home we possibly can. Actually, this one here, we only put one down. I'll show you why later. And it looks just like that. What we can do now is get our villagers, and there's a multitude of ways you could do it. You could get rail carts going up here and dropping them in there. You could actually breed them in there so that they fill up naturally, so only just put 2 in there. You could row them up here and then try to nudge them in, or you could open up the side, lure a villager in close enough, and when it gets dark, they'll rush in and take a bed. Okay, but I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use a spawn egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 villagers, and there you go. We've got it. That's actually enough now to spawn a golem, but we don't want one in there just yet. Okay, so now with our construction blocks and our stairs, we just want to go around one more on this level. So just extend the wall up by 1. And what we want a decent sized spawning platform for our golem. So I'm just expanding the top out a bit by using these stairs to push around. So we go around on that layer of stone bricks and expand it by adding the stairs. Now make sure they're upside down stairs, guys. And now what we want to do, we want to go up 2. All the way around. And this will then give us the spawning area for our golem. At the moment, we shouldn't see golems spawning in here because the villagers haven't had a chance to have a sleep in their beds and start their sort of living cycle. So we've got a little bit of time before we start seeing golems spawn. And we just want to close this area in as well. Now we might see golems now because I just had a night cycle go through so I could get the guys in their bed so I could close that in. But anyway, we'll see how we go. And the reason we're putting slabs on the top of these blocks here is to make them non-spawnable, because last thing we want to see is a golem spawning on top. There we go, we've got a golem already. And we're not even ready for you, mate. Mate, wait for it, wait for it. We're nearly there. Okay, so what we want to do now is we need to take our signs, we need to take our hoppers and our barrel. That's a start. And we'll place our barrel here. And we'll put a hopper going down into it. And then we'll clear everything along there and put a hopper going down into that, and then a hopper all the way along here, facing into each other. So anything that falls in here will go all the way down into our barrel. Okie dokie. So what we want now is we want to put a sign down on each of these blocks. And a sign on that top slab. We just want to push that all the way across. And it looks like that. What we want to do now, oh mate, you've chosen the wrong place to stand. What we want to do now is place this lava bucket just on the side of this center slab. Can be any of them actually, but we'll just put it there. And the lava will be contained, oh that's noisy. The lava will be contained by the signs, and it's just low enough that the golems will get deaded by it. Just like that. And the last thing we want to do is just go along this back wall here with water, so that it flows down into the hoppers, and anything that spawns in here will get pushed down by the water through the signs into the lava and died, and when they die, all their goodies will get pushed into the hoppers by the water. And that's it. We have now finished our farm. Let's see if it works. Wait for a golem. And there we go. There's one. Oh, you got stuck, mate. It's okay. They eventually get themselves loose because they start to try wander around. Come on, you can do it. It's cold in there in the water. You want to go and get a bit of a warmth. Go on. There we go. And sorry, mate. I fibbed. And he's in there. He burns up. All these goodies will drop in the water and get flushed down through the hoppers. And when we're ready, we can come down here and collect all our goodies. How good is that? So there you go. One simple iron farm that you can build in your world, and you don't need to catch a zombie. You can just get straight into it. How good is that? If you liked the video, please give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other content. But that's all I got time for today. Until next time, hooroo! Yeah, get some iron. I've got plenty now.